Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Well, prayer vigils continue across the country tonight for the conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hines shows us how he is remembered here in La Crosse.
Tonight, crowds of people gathered outside the La Crosse City Hall for a vigil honoring the late Charlie Kirk. The event was organized in partnership of the UW-La Crosse College Republicans and the La Crosse County Republican Party. Hundreds took part in prayer, song, and a candlelight ceremony in remembrance of Kirk.
Us Republicans, we lost a great figurehead, and really America lost a great figurehead, which is, again, a big reason why we want to come out here to pray for unity, to pray for security, to pray for a way forward, and to honor his legacy.
Attendees also signed 2 cards, one to be sent to Turning Point USA's headquarters and the other to Kirk's family. Organizers of the vigil emphasized that this was not a political demonstration, but rather a time to mourn Kirk's loss and recognize the impact of his work. Reporting in the newsroom, Brooklyn Hines, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. A large memorial for political activist Charlie Kirk will take place next Sunday. As preparations continue, investigators are working with the roommate of Kirk's alleged assassin to learn more about the circumstances surrounding Kirk's death. CBS News' Carter Evans is in Utah with details.
Charlie Kirk's followers continue to mourn the loss of the conservative activist 4 days after his assassination. On Sunday's Face the Nation, House Speaker Mike Johnson paid tribute to Kirk.
There's a mixture of, anger and sadness and fear, frankly, on the part of a lot of people. It cast a large shadow across the country and the nation's capital. But what I do know, Major, is that my good friend Charlie would not want any of us to be consumed by despair. He would want us to go forward boldly. That was his message.
Johnson said Kirk's death is a time for people to put aside political differences.
I mean, calling people Nazis and fascists is not helpful. I'm heartened to know, Major, and to see that many of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle are stepping up and saying that and addressing it. I think this could be a turning point, frankly, to use Charlie's term, for the country.
CBS News has learned the Trump administration is sending a $58 million request to Congress to increase security for members of the executive and judicial branches in light of the assassination. Also on Face the Nation, Senator Lankford spoke of ongoing threats to Congress at a politically divisive time.
There have been 14,000 threats against members of Congress just this calendar year. This is not new, but it continues to be able to rise.
Authorities continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding Charlie Kirk's killing, and they're talking to the alleged shooter, Tyler Robinson's roommate, who they say is cooperating. Turning Point USA, the organization Kirk founded, will host a memorial next Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. President Trump said he plans to attend Kirk's funeral. Carter Evans, CBS News, Orem, Utah.
Turning Point USA has invited the public to celebrate Kirk's life and legacy. Kirk's alleged assassin is slated to appear in court this week.
And as Carter mentioned in his coverage, in response to Kirk's death, security concerns are growing across the country. House Democrats tonight hosting a virtual security briefing for members and their spouses. And as that report mentioned, members of Congress have faced at least 14,000 threats this year alone.
More divided than we have been probably in my lifetime or yours. And if we don't collectively try to come together to fix it, I think it can get worse.
Kelly's wife is former Congressman Gabby Giffords, who survived a shooting 14 years ago, who says political violence is not a one-sided issue. A celebration of life today in Minneapolis. It's to remember 10-year-old Harper Moysky, who was killed in the Annunciation Catholic school shooting.
Moysky and 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel died last month after a gunman shot through the windows of the school's church. According to an obituary posted this weekend, Harper dreamed of becoming a veterinarian, and she wanted to visit every national park before graduating college. At her remembrance this afternoon, her parents said even in the darkest of places, light finds a way.
Here in our darkness, as a family and as a community, we're learning how to do the same. We're making our own light.
Family members said in a statement that everyone was welcome and they were providing music, food, laughter, the kind of joy Harper brought into the world.
Yeah, definitely a warm and muggy weekend compared to what we've had the previous weekend, previous week. Definitely a change. We haven't seen that humidity and those temperatures for quite a while, and it's going to continue here for the first few days of the week. So waking up once again, a very warm start to it, mid to upper 60s, low 60s, the coolest spots. Overall, kind of muggy as we go throughout. We'll have more high clouds coming in, a little weak boundaries coming through, provide more clouds as we go throughout the morning, especially towards noon. Still getting up to about 78. There's still a slight shot. We might see a few sprinkles by the time we get to noon. More chances in the afternoon. 67 La Crosse, getting all the way up to 80. You see those chances start to increase, but mainly it's just going to be cloud cover and still humid conditions for most of the day. So later on we'll break down how long this summer will last, and then all those chances of rain and the cool down that will be coming here for the second half of the week, and that'll all coming up a bit later.
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, neighbors in Eau Claire are rallying together after a fire damaged the historic Drummond House. News 8 Now's JD McGee joins us with community reaction and what comes next.
Many call it a landmark, and for some, seeing the Drummond House in a broken down state is like losing a piece of Eau Claire itself. This past Friday, flames tore through the Drummond House, a 150-year-old landmark in Eau Claire, leaving residents and neighbors both stunned.
I think everybody in the city is shocked at this iconic house that was part of Eau Claire for so many years being so damaged by a fire.
Despite the destruction, many say the swift action of first responders made all the difference.
I want to say thank you to all of the first responders for doing such a great job. They saved a cat and no lives were lost, and that's really important.
We're just very fortunate. Nobody died. We're very fortunate. It was a massive fire.
The fire was more than historic loss for the city. For those living in the building, it was their home. Many are now displaced and are experiencing the feelings of an uncertain future.
I lost everything, even don't have a place to live. And I still need to work part-time jobs and have classes. I don't know how things gonna going.
A GoFundMe has already raised more than $7,000. The fundraiser ends Monday night. The property manager will split the proceeds evenly among the tenants. We have a link on our website. Reporting in the studio, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, JDS. The Cooley region has its newest Miss La Crosse Oktoberfest. Vivian Stevenson will don the crown this year. She was one of 9 contestants who competed Saturday night in areas of interview, on-stage conversation, talent, fitness, and evening gown. Stevenson performed a tap dance routine for her talent. She says the win is a dream come true.
It is so exciting. This is the first title that I have held, so it'll be my first time in Miss Wisconsin, and I cannot wait to represent La Crosse. It'll be a new experience, but I can't wait to take it all in.
Stevenson says she hopes to use her platform to make a difference locally.
It was a fun-filled day in Sparta at the annual Touch a Truck event. On display, emergency vehicles, buses, horses, and even a helicopter. Operators gave tours and answered questions about how to best operate them, also sharing the value these vehicles bring to a community.
We all have to be one community. You know, it's we have the state police, city police, county police, railroad police, ambulances, fire department, tow trucks. We're all one community, and if the kids can see that from an early age on up and just be part of that community, that's great.
This year's Touch a Truck event was hosted at Thiessen's of Sparta and ran from 10 a.m. until 2.
Well, how about a car show about all things Corvette in West Salem? The River City Corvette Car Club puts it on to feature 8 generations of the model. Corvette owners could join in for $5 apiece. Organizers say the day is about the history behind the car.
To see them in lanes like that, you get to see how the body styles changed over the years. Corvette's been around for, what, 52 years, I guess it is, since 1953 was the first year that they made one.
Now, the show began as an antique car show featuring cars made before 1936, but has since focused on the Corvettes.
Well, the end of summer was celebrated at the 3rd Ward annual potluck picnic today. Soft drinks and ice cream were a big hit at the event. The picnic also featured yard games and sprinklers.
You're going to have a great time socializing with all your neighbors, find out who your neighbors are potentially if you've never met them before. But it's just a great get-together for all the families in the neighborhood.
The picnic ran from 4 till 7 tonight at the Demler Park Shelter. Still to come, what sets this pizza parlor apart from the rest? This week's Eyepiece gives us the details.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
It's that time of year again. Oktoberfest is back with 4 days of fun. Each day is jam-packed with activities to get your Gemütlich kite on. Join us for the parades, games, tapping of the golden keg, craft beer, and more. Free admission on Sunday with fun for families and all ages. September 25th through the 28th, we're celebrating German heritage in the most premier festival around. Don't miss Das Beste Fest in the Midwest. Get tickets at oktoberfestusa.com.
Wow, forest berry fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
It's Plinko month at Wesco Home. Come play and unlock your discount. Up to 30% off all furniture and mattresses. Play to save on the comfort you've been dreaming of. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. And tell them Peyton sent you.
In a downtown La Crosse pizza shop, pizza's more than a meal. It's a craft. From the hand-tossed dough to the toppings and sauce, every step is done passionately.
News 8 photographer John Hayes takes us into the kitchen with this week's eyepiece.
I eat pizza every single day, and so that was one thing I thought like maybe I would get sick of pizza. I love eating a cheese slice. I mean, seeing what it does, but I love pizza, and I like the different styles. In my mind, there's perfection that I'm trying to get to with the dough, and so every day I'm pretty excited when I get to come in and make dough. We've kind of learned in the last 3 years of making dough that this works for us. It doesn't work for everyone, and so you kind of figure out through that process. But that process that we have now has kind of become ours. A little test is the window pane test, and so being able to see the extensibility of the dough. It keeps me up a lot of the nights just thinking about like how we can make changes to it. But overall is like, I don't know, I find that like we have a lot of work to do still to get to the dough that we want, but overall I'm very, very happy with our dough. We're the Goofy Pizzeria, the infamous hot honey, I guess. Our hot honey pepperoni, it's just one of those things that's, you know, savory, sweet, a little bit of spice. So that one is our best seller. We take local honey, we steep chilies in it, and then that gets topped on there with some ricotta and basil. The bacon and fig, that combination's been around for a long time, and so it's just like, you know, people call it the pig and fig, but yeah, bacon with fig jam, and it's got similar things of that savory sweet going on. And in my mind, it's like a dessert pizza kind of. I think every day is like we're grateful to be able to have a place to, you know, show off what we like to do.
And the pizzeria hopes to continue its growth with the recipe for their pizza dough.
And I think we're both extremely hungry.
Oh yeah, that was delicious. Yeah, give me a slice of that.
Oh yes. Well, we will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we definitely have warm and humid conditions continuing, but shower chances are going to start increasing, but not for the second half of the week. So we'll break all that down coming up on your first Warm Weather Update after the break.
Do you have sewer problems hiding underground? Whether it's tree roots or common blockages, our video inspections not only detect what's causing the issue, but give you the video proof of what it is. Schedule your video inspection with us today.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Fleet Farm's turning 70, and you're invited to the party. Join us September 12th through the 14th for a shot at over $170,000 in prizes and giveaways. We'll have a different giveaway for the first 500 guests each day. Free water bottles, canned koozies, or hats. Plus, enjoy free hot dogs or snacks while you shop special anniversary deals store-wide. Don't miss our 70th celebration, September 12th through 14th at Fleet Farm. For more details, go to fleetfarm.com/anniversary.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Pope Leo is celebrating his 70th birthday in the Vatican. The Pope led the traditional Angelus prayer in St. Peter's Square. Visitors coming from all over, Italy, Peru, Argentina, even Vietnam. During his speech, the Pope said that his new role has come with a, quote, huge learning curve. He recently spoke on widening wage gaps across the world between the working class and CEOs.
Well, it is officially the last week of summer, and boy, we felt it this past weekend, ending on a high note, I might say.
Yeah, literally with those temperatures, flirting with upper 80s, almost 90 it felt like, Greg.
Yeah, pretty much. If you put the humidity and temps together, it was almost close to 90, not quite records. Records are in the mid-90s this time of year. So, yeah, we're going to still feel the summer-like conditions for at least the first half of this week, and then we'll go back, probably cooling back down to at least average, which at this point by the end of the week is about the mid-70s too. But overall, we got a system to the west too. This one is going to be our player for basically going in tomorrow and tomorrow night. It looks much more impressive than it is going to be when it comes through, but right now it's pretty much going north to south, not moving much to the east. That'll be coming through with more clouds and actually precipitation. And then the one that's really going to be a complex and really a slow mover is the one in the Pacific Northwest. That one is the one that will track getting later until Wednesday night and lasting all the way through Saturday. That has a lot better rain chances with it. So those two are the ones that we're looking at. But waking up tomorrow morning, we shouldn't see a lot of low clouds we saw this morning or fog in some of the areas. Just more like mid-high clouds that will be passing through the area because of that weak system beginning to push across the area. Really, as you see here, it's going to be a lot more cloud cover when it comes through during the day than actually precipitation chances with it as it kind of falls apart. But you could still see some of that throughout the afternoon. Hits a precipitation shower, maybe a sprinkle. It'll continue that threat, very low threat, all the way through the evening hour, as you see a little bit dotting up there north of Eau Claire. Otherwise, just cloud cover will be the difference between tomorrow and what we had today with that. And that'll continue through Monday night with cloud covers. That system really is weakening. Now going forward, the rain chances do start ramping up as we go throughout. So Tuesday night, not much in the way of activity. You can see much of it still chances to the plain states. And then later on, it's going to start getting ramped up as we go through Thursday. A slightly better shot. I think as we get really to Friday and Friday night, that's when the chances really are probably going to be our peak. But even at that point, it's a lot of low confidence quite yet in how that's all going to form. So don't expect any washouts on Friday or even going into Saturday, but precipitation chances are there, and I think we will see some rainfall. And this will continue, as I've mentioned, potentially through Saturday as the system really is slow moving and it'll push off to the east. So along with that will be some cooler temps, but not for tomorrow. Mid 80s, potentially some upper 80s, more clouds, still humid out there for mid-September standards. As we go through Tuesday, not much change, maybe a little bit less cloud cover than we've had for Monday, but all in all, not much change with temperatures. We could see a few more upper 80s. Once again, humidity will still be high. That wind kind of turns more and becomes light and variable. Wednesday, that's when we'll get more cloud cover, and the temperatures are a little bit low confidence on this because if we get a little bit more cloud cover early in the day, we might keep them down a little bit. I still think many areas will still get 80s, and most of the day should be dry. The chances do increase as we go to Wednesday night and then obviously Thursday beyond. Right now they're kind of low. I think they will come up as we get closer to the event. We can nail down the time periods of the rain, but overall it does look a better shot Friday into Saturday to see the rain, but the temperatures are coming back down to seasonal levels. Basically that would be about the mid 70s at that point. So
still
it's
very
a
nice.
cool down, but not a very drastic big cool down, but obviously going from the mid 80s to about the low mid 70s it is. But yeah, so stay tuned for showers coming out the rest of the week. So like I said, Friday night football, we kind of flip the switch back and forth. This week we might have to deal with a little bit of rain.
Okay. All right. Fingers crossed it's not too much.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, touchdowns, anyone? Well, they're hard to come by at U.S. Bank Stadium tonight in the Vikings home opener. Plus, a bitter pill to swallow. Wisconsin football searching for answers after a blowout loss in Tuscaloosa. Cade is next.
Pork for the People, our annual Veterans and Customer Appreciation event, Saturday, September 20th. Cake, coffee, brats, sales. Supporting Jackson County Veterans and Park Association. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Oh man. Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with great deals on select mowers, UVs, and compact tractors.
We need a bigger crew. Bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall, now through September 30th.
Conquer every task on your list. Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top Notch Teacher Program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Pork for the People, our annual Veterans and Customer Appreciation event, Saturday, September 20th. Cake, coffee, brats, sales. Supporting Jackson County Veterans and Park Association. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
It always feels like an empty Sunday with no Packers game. Of course, that's because they got the win on Thursday night. And for the Minnesota Vikings, they're in the primetime spotlight for the second straight week as they were taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Let's go there. Vikings Hall of Famer Jared Allen in the building getting the crowd hyped pregame. Second quarter in this one, 6-3 game. J.J. McCarthy on play action, gonna go into the sideline, but that ball is picked off. That would lead to another Falcons field goal, but with just 12 seconds left in the half, McCarthy dropping back. This time finds a wide open Justin Jefferson for a huge pickup. Minnesota will kick a field goal with just seconds to go in the half. And then in the fourth quarter, Vikings still in it, but McCarthy feeling the pressure, and he's going to be strip sacked. Atlanta recovers. Falcons would finally score a touchdown with just over 3 minutes to play as Tyler Algier ran one in. Falcons take it 22-6, the final. Outmatched, overpowered. I mean, there's a lot of ways to describe Wisconsin's 38-14 loss to Alabama yesterday afternoon, but the Badgers are on their second-string quarterback, and we're playing 3 redshirt freshmen on that offensive line. Plus, the Crimson Tide, they haven't lost to an unranked opponent at home since 2008. The Badgers knew it was going to be tough, but now it's about learning from the game and getting ready for conference play.
At the end of the day, it doesn't help anything if you're negative about a loss. I mean, we can take this and learn from it. I mean, it doesn't have to be such a negative. I mean, we can see what we did wrong, and if we make those corrections, maybe we win. So,
where else do we go, right? I mean, we know that the season really begins now. We got to be able to move forward. We got to be able to get ourselves out of here. We got to be able to get as healthy as we can, and we got to get into league play, and we got to get better.
Wisconsin will need to figure things out quick as next week conference play begins. The Badgers set to host Maryland at Camp Randall for an 11 a.m. game. We're still not sure if Billy Edwards Jr. will be back, but we'll know more throughout this week. Yesterday, not only did the Brewers walk off the St. Louis Cardinals, they were also the first team in baseball to clinch a playoff spot. It's been a historical run for Milwaukee during a time that a lot of analysts doubted them going into the season. And maybe one of the coolest parts about it was the letter that Bob Uecker left the team prior to his passing.
Howdy, boys. Never a doubt you would get this invitation. You did it by believing. Really miss you guys, and I wish I was there. Things are good. The God Almighty picked me to be on his team up here, albeit I'm the third catcher.
I mean, even from up above, Uecker still cracking jokes. How can you not love that? Brewers going for the sweep over the Cardinals, but a rough start to this one. Jose Quintana on the mound, and with 2 on, Fermin goes back up the middle for an RBI. It's 2-0 St. Louis. Brewers trying to fight back, 3-0 in the fourth, and Caleb Durbin puts a good swing into this pitch. That's deep to left for a solo shot. Milwaukee within 2. Then in the fifth, Danny Jensen crushes this one deep to center. It's another solo shot, his first as a Brewer. Milwaukee within 1, but that's as close as they would get. Cardinals close it out 3-2, the final. And there was a cool moment during the game as 3 different UW lacrosse teams were honored at American Family Field. The men's cross country team, the women's gymnastics team, and the men's indoor and outdoor track and field team. All of them were national champions this past year, and they got the chance to be recognized in front of the whole stadium. And just for fun, you ever have a bad day at the office? That must have been how Caleb Johnson felt after this play. The Seattle kick goes off his hands, and Johnson just doesn't even go for it. The Seahawks recover for a touchdown. One of the more bizarre football plays I've ever seen. Seattle would go on to win this game 31-17. So if you're going to the office tomorrow morning, just know you probably had a better weekend than Johnson. Oh, yeah. That one was rough.
And you know what? This takes some courage from you because we know you're a Hawkeye.
I was a huge Caleb Johnson fan last year. He was one of my favorite Hawkeyes, but sometimes when something weird happens on a football field, you got to show it.
You got to show it.
I've never seen that.
See, in college, if he just lets it go, it would be a touchback, I would assume.
And he didn't return kicks in college, so
it's a new environment for him.
He's a good athlete, but maybe not the best return.
Yeah, he'll have to learn that rule quick, though. Otherwise, he's losing that role. Thanks, Kate.
All right, more news right after this.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
Wow. Forest berry fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Leader Summit 2025 is coming Tuesday, September 30th, and it's your chance to get fired up, think bigger, and lead bolder. Hosted by Winona Area Chamber of Commerce and powered by Windcraft by Fanatics and XL Energy, this full-day experience brings the heat with speakers like Matt Burke, Kenyon Salo, Lauren Sisler, and Olympian Sarah Wells. Don't just go through the motions. Grow your mindset, your network, and your leadership game. Register now or get more info at winonachamber.com and unleash the champion within.
Taking you right inside the action, Friday Night Prep. Every Friday night at 10, right here on News 8.
Army National Guard soldiers have the option to train and learn skills in the trade fields, skills that can lead to employment at home as well. Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, a historic event for dogs in the UK.
Yeah, a pool at East Sussex is allowing canines to join their owners for a swim. The event is running for 4 weekends, hosting 5 sessions each Saturday and Sunday. Each day will have 4 90-minute sessions, expecting up to 150 dogs. Ooh. But if you think that's too many pups at once, Quiet Hour lets only 50 dogs in the pool. Okay. Quiet Hour, that's hilarious.
Yep.
50 dogs.
And that's what I would have to do because my dogs would be a little bit too rambunctious with all the others.
Yeah, but okay.
Get the zoomies in the pool.
Yeah, and the humans can swim in the pool with them.
Yeah, if you want to hop in. Looks like many were wearing a wetsuit to make sure the slobber's not getting
I don't think I would do that. Would you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
I'm a dog person.
What if they
Cat
all
person over here.
clawing you at the same time and you can't swim? You know, doggy paddle out.
Sounds good.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Huge selection of rugs and cowhide under the white tent next to Carl's Appliance in Onalaska. Multiple sizes, including round rugs and so much more. Hurry in. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind sale.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're going to find whatever you want, and you're going to find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans available. And as always, free delivery. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit us today.
King Furniture.
Nice people, nice furniture.
The era of digital advertising is upon us, and it's moving fast. As a business owner, you've probably struggled understanding what it all means. That's where we can help. Phase 3 Digital is your local digital agency that can help you understand the digital world, the products available, and how to use them. So if you have digital questions, we have answers. Call Phase 3 Digital today at 608-793-4522 or visit our website at p3da.com/lacrosse.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Huge selection of rugs and cowhide under the white tent next to Carl's Appliance in Onalaska. Inventory is priced to sell, so stop in today. Multiple sizes, including round rugs and so much more. Hurry in, don't miss this one-of-a-kind sale.
All right, warm and humid through Wednesday, and then it starts cooling down and more showers towards the end of the week. So enjoy the summer warmth here.
All right.
Very well. All right, thank you for joining us tonight.
And we'll see you tomorrow.